Program 15. Reviewing and Next Steps. Imagine for a moment that a complete stranger comes up to you in the street and asks, "Are you creative?" What would you say? Hopefully, you could tell the stranger that not only are you creative, but so is everyone else. You might also tell them, with a bit of practice, anyone can turn this natural ability into a powerful problem-solving machine. And of course, practice is the key word. We've covered a lot of ideas in this series, and to wrap up, we want to give you a quick test to make sure it's all sunk in. Ready? Here we go. Are you still carrying a notebook to capture all of your ideas? And much more importantly, are you filling up the pages with lots of ideas? Hopefully, by now, you're quite impressed with your own creative powers. Keep capturing those ideas. Next, imagine a colleague comes to you with his or her latest great idea. Engine oil-flavored milk. How do you initially respond to this idea? Are you able to relax, listen, and understand without judgment? When coming up with new ideas, are you able to separate the divergence from the convergence? Have you been actively searching for potential problems that need new and useful thinking? Can you sketch out a problem-solving map to help you clarify the problem, generate some ideas, develop the best solution, and implement it? Remember our dear Aunt Edna who asks a bunch of questions about things you don't normally think about? Have you been able to shift your perspective to think like Aunt Edna? To ask interesting questions about everyday things? Do you remember to collect facts, feelings, hunches, and unanswered questions before you clarify a problem? Have you started to phrase your problems as questions, using phrases like "how to" or "how might I"? When someone approaches you with a problem, do you ask the questions "why" and "what is stopping you" to help clarify what the real problem is? Are you able to identify what type of problem you have, whether it's an action problem, an invention problem, or a planning problem? Do you know what tools you would need for each type of problem? Do you remember what SCAMPER stands for? Have you been organizing your brilliant ideas by using hits and putting them into categories? Do you remember the prioritizing tool called card sort that helps you select the best idea? Have you been able to positively evaluate and strengthen an idea using PPCO? If you were given a planning problem, do you know how to create a plan for action? Finally, are you remembering to think about the traffic lights associated with your solution? Okay, how do you think you did? If there are any questions you're not sure about, then you might like to spend a few minutes reviewing the programs or workbook. And apart from that, all that's left is for us to thank you for your attention and to encourage you to tell other people about the magic of creative problem solving. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.